Spending 4 hours in a box together every day can make you say crazy things.
Stone Cold Crazy.
Barney Rubble.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here. We're supposed to be talking to Kabir Singh, and he hasn't had a chance to call us. And as a matter of fact, we've been supposed to talk to him for a little bit now. So what's his deal? He was flying today, and he's at an airport?
Yeah, delay, and now he's in an Uber. I don't know what this is going to be like with a guy that's in an Uber. You know, I mean, did the Uber driver get mad when you talk too loud?
I don't know.
I got to ask you because you're the loudest talker I know.
I got a 4.9 in my Uber score. Is a 4.9. Hey, is this Kabir?
What's up, man? How's it going, buddy?
Good. Are you still in the Uber?
I am, but I'm all good to go.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Jeff and I were just talking about is this if we call you while you're in the Uber, is it going to annoy the Uber driver? And then we started talking about our points. Like Jeff was an Uber driver. I've been an Uber passenger
that's true.
for
I did it
years,
for a while.
and my rating is still like a 4.9, which I have no idea how that happens because I've had friends throw me in Ubers when I've been, just a mess. So what is your rating?
I gave the dude a heads up, and he's all good to go.
Okay. What is
So
your
you just
Uber
told
rating,
him,
by the way?
Right.
You told him I got to do a radio interview right now. He's cool with that.
Yeah, he's good.
So does he
Like,
think?
whatever?
Does he think you're big time?
Probably not.
Now, if it was a podcast, it would be big time, Jeff. Right? Nobody listens to
Yeah,
radio.
that's true.
I love it. Right? Exactly.
That's true. What is your Uber rating? Jeremy was asking you.
Mine's about 5. I should be about 4.8.
4.8, yeah. Okay. I was like, God, if you're a
you
5,
ever-
that's untouchable. That's amazing.
Nice person.
Are you the type of guy that talks to the Uber driver?
No. I cannot do that. They don't want anything to do with me.
But I mean, you don't
This
even
is
like
so
try
awkward.
out-
You're making him talk about talking to an Uber driver when he's
Well,
in the back seat of an Uber.
I would think this would be a comedian's dream. I would think that you could work out new material. You could do all that stuff. Go back to retell the joke.
Yeah, they don't want to hear the open mic material.
Have you been up here to Paso
Like,
before?
what? I have been to Paso twice. Yes.
What on trips or business?
Just business. I had did a couple private gigs over in Paso recently.
And you're going to be at Kramer on Saturday, March the 19th. And last summer, a big summer for you.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. It was a really good run. I ended up coming in about 12th place in the semifinal. It was amazing, man. It was kind of stressful, but overall, it was a kind of a long process. But overall, it was an amazing experience. Got to meet a lot of amazing people. Got a great amount of exposure.
Have you gone back and watched the performance in which you got buzzed by Simon?
Oh, I watch it all the time. It's my
Okay,
favorite.
so of the 62,000 views that it has, like, how many of them are yours?
Again, my mom's crazy. She's a great lady, but if she doesn't like something, Oh, no, Simon, come on. Can I do one more joke? My mom was, Simon, really? My mom was, boo this man.
About 61,000.
So do you just...
That was crazy, man, because, what was interesting about the situation was the fact that I had my set ready to go, and then right a couple hours prior to the show, they completely switched up my whole set, and they just, told me to, just completely do a whole different set, and I was, so unprepared, and it was just completely insane.
Was that by design? Like, what was the purpose for that?
Not exactly sure. It was, I think they just kind of decided that they wanted to steer away from more family material, and they kind of just told me, why don't you just start, do your relationship stuff and stuff like that.
That would have really pissed me off, Kabir. I think that would have, I had something ready, and then they came in and they made me flip it, and then I didn't make it. I don't know. That would have drove me nuts.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I try to stay, stood my ground and stuff like that, but it was at the end of the day, it's you're kind of in a machine, and they kind of direct you and tell you exactly what you're going to do. So unfortunately, I wasn't, and they kind of not only that, it was not only the jokes, but it was also like the fact that they were adding words to certain kind of jokes and stuff like that. So I was just ill prepared, and when I went on stage, I was just kind of confused and wasn't prepared enough for it.
I thought, I watched it, and I actually seen some of the jokes and some of your other material before as well. And I think it's different when you're on America's Got Talent, because the crowd at America's Got Talent isn't necessarily there for comedy. They're there for a little bit of music. They're there for a guy swallowing swords. They're, whatever it is. So, I mean, it's got to be different when you're playing for a crowd that's there to watch a variety show.
Well, 100%. It's also nerve-wracking when you only have 2.5 minutes on live television,
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
It wasn't like, I'm used to doing 45 minutes. I'm used to, like, kind of getting warmed up and stuff like that. So that was also really difficult, trying to figure out how to spit out your jokes in 2.5 minutes, especially being told what to do and also in a certain way that I'm not used to. So, but yeah, it was interesting.
And a big part of what you do, you can't showcase on America's Got Talent. It's a lost form when it comes to comedy. Or I don't know if most comedians are afraid to do it because they might get their teeth knocked out. But you do a lot of crowd interaction. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. So much fun. Generally the majority of my shows, what I've been doing lately, like I was just headlining the San Francisco Punchline last weekend, and I must have done 5 jokes the whole weekend. It was nothing but crowd work. I love interacting with the crowd. I love like the fact that you're kind of like on your tippy toes and you're able to say whatever you want to say and stuff like that. So that's definitely not the right place to showcase crowd work, of course.
Yeah.
But overall, man, it was such a great run. I mean, we went up against thousands of people, man, and to make it to semifinals, there were so many great acts that didn't even get past round 1. So like I just feel really proud about the run, and it was really fun.
I have a theory when it comes to America's Got Talent. We're talking with Kabir Singh. He was a semifinalist last summer, and he's going to be performing at Kramer. Is it stand-up?
March 19th, baby.
Kramer, March 19th. And my theory on America's Got Talent, I don't know. I mean, you must have known this because you were in the competition, but the payout is bunk on America's Got Talent. Like, they're like, win $1 million. And then if you ever read the disclaimer at the end of it, it's payable over 40 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no comment on that, but yeah.
I feel as if, I'm sure you can't, but I feel as if, though, they want the older people to win because their payout is not as much.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting, you know what, it is so not about the money, though, man. It is really 100% about the exposure. Like, the amount of people that, my family that really never paid attention to what I was doing for the last 10 years watched that show and reached out. I mean, it was just insane. But yeah, you're right though. You're no comment, but you're right.
Well, we look forward to having you in the at Kramer.
They ain't handing you $1 million check. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's like here's 17,000 over the next 40 years.
And what's great is when you go to Google and you type in Kabir in Google, you're the first Kabir that comes up.
It's about time, by the way. There was a movie called Kabir Singh that was the #1 Google search for years, but thanks for AGT. Now that's over with.
Nice. That's a nice little bow to tie around it. Well, we look forward to seeing you here on the 19th and welcome you, I guess, back to the Central Coast from San Francisco.
We can't wait. I literally cannot wait, man. We're going to have such an amazing show. Everybody out there that's listening to this, can't wait to see you guys. It's going to be an amazing show, and can't wait to see you guys on the 19th, man. St. Patty's Day weekend. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, and that's a great place, by the way, to perform. I think you'll really enjoy that, and it's the great place to see a show as well. That's Gary Kramer Guitar Cellars up there in Paso Robles. Kabir, nice talking to you, and thanks for taking our call in your Uber.
It was an honor. Thank you guys so much for having me on the station. And
you bet, man. Kabir Singh right there, March 19th at Kramer Guitar Cellars in Paso.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.